Okay, the last thing we'll do is the 5-figure summary, but this time we're going to do it on a frequency table. Now remember, this frequency table is kind of like a shorthand way of representing a set of data, and this data here is trips to the cinema per month by 20 randomly selected students. It's hard to get your head around what frequency tables actually are saying, so I'll go through it quickly. So this basically is saying that the number 0 or 0 visits to the cinema came up 6 times. So that is 6 selected students actually reported not going to the cinema at all. Then that means that 7 students reported going once, 4 students reported going 2 times, 2 students reported going 3 times, and 1 student went to the cinema 4 times. Big fan of the movies. So the frequency there should add up to 20, so 6 and 7 is 13, 17, 19, 20, it does add up. So that's worked out well for us. So we could do this a couple of ways, and I'll bring the calculator back up. So I'll get rid of the 5-figure summary from this last set of data and clear all. And I could type the data in one piece by piece. Okay, so 0 came up 6 times, 4, 5, 6. 1 came up 7 times, 1. Look, this is fraught with danger. I'm going to make a mistake somewhere, I can just tell. So again, I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to find an easier way to do it. And the easier way is basically just replicating what the frequency table is. So I've got 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4. These are my x values. Okay, and I'm going to report the frequency of each of them. 6, 7, 4, 2, and 1. Okay, now what we're going to do is the one variable calc on it, but it's important to note we've got some different things this time. We just can't hit OK this time on list 1 because list 1 has only these values here, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? And that's not going to give us the median number of trips to the cinema. Okay, so the frequency needs to come into the calculation. So X lists, we want list 1 to be our X list. These are our the number of visits is certainly the thing that goes into the X list. Now the frequency, we need to tell the calculator where to go find the frequency, and we put it in list 2. So for the frequency, we'll just point it to list 2 and hit OK. And brilliant. What it does is then just works out the 5-figure summary for us. Okay, so we've got 20 people surveyed, that's N, the number. The minimum number of times people went to the cinema was 4. The maximum was 4. We had a median of 1, that is, if we lined up the data smallest to largest, the piece of data in the middle would have been 1. Okay, and it does make sense because 7 plus 6 is 13, so the median must have fallen within this category. The Q3 and Q1 are 2 and 0. Maximum number of trips, that person who went 4 times. Remember, it'll also pull out the mode for you. The mode should be 1 because that came up 7 times. Let's just check it out. The mode was 1. The number of modes this is reporting is of course 1, and the mode frequency was 7 times. That is that the number 1 happened 7 times. So those mode, it says the word mode 3 times, but it represents different things. So mode equals 1 means that that's telling you basically the mode is 1. The mode or the number of modes was 1, so we only had 1 mode. And the frequency of that modal number, that is the frequency of 1, was 7. That is, it happened 7 times. So that's the 5-figure summary off a frequency table. Again, really helpful because it can be quite difficult to do that by hand.